Hi, apparently we're doing reviews of covers and Blu-rays and stuff, which is weird. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to October. I'm assuming this will come out in October. Might do more extra videos in October. This isn't exactly horror related, but thematically everything is horror in this movie. That's right, today we're talking about Full Metal Jacket. This is the 4K UHD Stanley Kubrick film. This is the Zavvi exclusive instead of getting this steelbook, which I thought was very plain in its own regard. If you got the slipcover, it was a bit cooler, but of course, being a non-red carpet member, because I live in Australia, kind of dodgy, Zavvi. You could get a lot more people if you open it up to other countries. Anyway, I figured I'd get this one instead. So, it did actually come with a J card that wrapped around it, which I immediately threw out. I will show you why very soon. But let's take a look at the actual casing. So this is the outside of the box. So yes, I will be standing behind it whilst the camera glare reflects off of it. But yeah, as you can see, it's got some nice artwork on the front. Obviously, you've got Private Joker, and you've got a collage of images of the characters on the inside. It has a nice reflective nature to it. Overall, like, really bloody nice. Obviously the side is simple, which I like. It's simple and it's slick. And then there's the back, which is of course your more iconic artwork of the Born to Kill helmet. Very nicely shaded to stand out on its own background. Nothing on the top, which is kind of weird, and nothing on the bottom either, which I guess is fine. Usually they put specs on the top or the bottom, or at least on the bottom they usually put like a name on the top, which I'm surprised that they didn't. You'd think that they would. Anyway, this comes with a handful of stuff, so let's break it down. Obviously, first and foremost, you have Full Metal Jacket, the Blu-ray, the 4K Blu-ray. Yeah, it's a combo set. Firstly, I will note, this is kind of weird. The set looks like it's missing something, because the artwork as it is usually would have like a banner saying 4K Blu-ray, but it doesn't, and it seems kind of empty in that kind of space. Also, this is the same artwork that we've already seen on the front cover, which I don't mind per se. We'll get to showing other artwork eventually. Of course, you got your 15 rating, which I think is decent that they put it on here rather than put it on the box. Like, there's no ratings on the box, which is very nice. And then, of course, you got your regular stuff on the back with your barcode and all your specs and whatnot. So let's take a look-see at that for those who are interested. The reason why the slipcover I got rid of, because the slipcover came around, it said Blu-ray 4K, and it had, I think it said limited edition set and said what the extra stuff that it came with was. But all the rest of it that was on the back was exactly this. So the J card had the name, I now remember, had the name on the top saying Full Metal Jacket, but it just seemed like a worthless piece of paper. Like, I have the barcode on this, I don't really need it. Like, I have all the specific stuff on here, I don't need the J card, so I got rid of it. I usually would cut it up or whatever, but given that I would, like, the only thing that was relevant to keep would be the front lips of it, but then it's just the name and what it's telling me is inside it, which I know what's inside it, I bought it, and I can open it up if I need to look at it, so it just seemed worthless to me. And it was covering great cover art on the back, so ultimately it was worthwhile getting rid of. Of course, not too much in terms of artwork on the inside. I did check out the 4K UHD though, and it does look incredible. Of course, the first 45 minutes when they're in boot camp isn't as spectacular color palette wise, but I mean, look, I even looked at it really close in terms of my 4K TV. It looks very crisp. I've only seen the film once beforehand on a regular Blu-ray. 4K is absolutely incredible. The sound is interesting, given that it's not a Dolby Atmos track, it's actually a 5.1 track. I'm trying to see where it says, yeah, so you got Dolby DTS Master HD Audio 5.1, which is, Dolby Digital is for like all the other languages, but outside of that, it feels like a film that could have used an Atmos track, which, I mean, of course it's a 4K. Fuck it, why not, you know? But, I mean, I don't know, I didn't mind it. I'm not against it, you know, it's mostly, I don't know, because you're usually in the position of where the characters are, like, you know, you're looking where the characters are looking, or you're trailing behind the characters. For the most part, usually the sound comes from in front of you. There's no real reason for it to wash over you in Atmos or in 7.1, or to really hit those back speakers. Like, of course, there are shots where there are explosions and stuff happening all around you and stuff like that, but that's not really what the film's about. So when you do have those scenes, yeah, of course you have the 5.1, which gives you the whole access. I'm waving over to my back speakers, I should mention. My TV's there, my back speakers are there. But it's mostly front-heavy stuff with, of course, the dialogue and the shooting. The back was mostly just like explosions in the distance and soundtrack and stuff like that. Of course, the soundtrack's still wrapped around, but it wasn't a bad track. It wasn't like watching Saving Private Ryan. You know, it wasn't fucking terrifyingly loud. So I didn't actually mind it. I thought it was very nice. It also, the music that they had in the film kind of worked with it too. So I would have liked the Dolby Atmos track, but I'm not too particularly picky. Also, I don't have the setup for a Dolby Atmos track, so I don't have the top speakers for 7.1. Nevertheless, I liked it. So let's take a look at the rest of the set. So first up we have, of course, the alternative artwork, which is from the regular Blu-ray, which you can also get in Australia by the end of October. This is, of course, it's focusing on my face, but you know what this is. This is the goddamn helmet. It's the same, it's the artwork from the back of the box here. This is, what? This is a bunch of, I don't think it has numbers, to be honest. I think it's like 36 to 40 pages or something. You've got images from the film, you've got all this extra stuff. It's not bad as an overall. It's a just talking about making of the film. Some behind the scenes stuff. About the cast. More about the cast. So a lot of nice reading, I guess, for behind the scenes stuff. And some images and stills from the film. Doesn't seem to be anything really behind the scenes. Oh, this actually now has the filmography of... That's interesting. The filmography of Stanley Kubrick. Do I have all of his films? I have most of them. If not all of them as it is. It actually tells you how long they go for as well. That's interesting. I know I've got... I don't think I have Day of the Flight or Flying Padre. But I definitely have Fear and Desire, Killer's Kiss, The Killing, Paths of Glory, Spartacus. One behind the scenes image with Stanley Kubrick. Oh, how about that? And another one too. God, him in the... Oh, that would have been I feel like that. I feel uncomfortable looking at that image. Lolita, of course. Stanley... Strange Love, 2001. Clockwork Orange. Barry Lyndon, The Shining. Full Metal Jacket. More behind the scenes or still images. I think actually that's a still. And yeah, one of the final scenes. So yeah. It's interesting that the filmography actually ends there in 85. So this seems to be like an actual thing talking about his filmography to that point. So to my knowledge, where is the Kubrick collection? Full Metal Jacket. Of course, he made one more film after this, which obviously isn't in this because he hadn't done it by this stage. This is his second last film. His last film, of course, being Eyes Wide Shut. Which I do have the regular Blu-ray of Full Metal Jacket, which is known as the Deluxe Edition. I haven't taken a look at the special features that are on the actual Blu-ray. I think I'd say that there's probably the same stuff that they've got here, but probably a bit more. Not too much stuff, I'd say, but there wasn't much on the 4K. There was commentary tracks and whatever. Includes commentary by Adam Baldwin, Vincent D'Onofrio, Ali Ermey, and critic/screenwriter Jay Cox. Feature Full Metal Jacket Between Good and Evil and a theatrical trailer. So yeah, it's got the same special features that most of the stuff already has. So no harm, no foul there when you think about it. And last but not least, the thing that really sold me on this is this little binder here for Full Metal Jacket. This, of course, is double-sided with nothing on the back, a little peace sign in the corner. Open up and you've got, it's like a premium. You've got Full Metal Jacket and Born to Kill. This side, your left-hand side, it literally is a little binder. Of course, it's a fake binder, but it's like, I like the aesthetic of it. This is a bunch of postcards. So you got 7.62mm Full Metal Jacket, a quote of Gomer Pyle, and of course a very iconic scene. Nothing on the back, except for a little, Warner Bros. Logo. What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? By Sergeant Hartman. In a world of shit, yes, I'm in a world of shit, yes, but I am alive and I am not afraid. Joker. I love how they actually censored out shit. Like, I'm sorry, who do you think is going to buy this set? Well, I've got a joke for you. I'm going to tear you a new asshole. An animal mother. What a weird name. Also, again, censored out asshole. It's like, it's just, I feel like it's a nice kind of gimmick, I think. This is the second last thing, which is a A4 paper letter. I think it's actually from, or it's to Stanley Kubrick. 21st of February 1984. Blank, North Thames. Okay, so it's an address. Dear Blank, I am enclosing a copy of a letter from Sir Denis Rook, or Dennis Rook, to Lord Arnold Goodman, which you probably have seen. The film I am preparing, scratched out to do, is called Full Metal Jacket. It will be financed and distributed by Warner Bros. It is based on the novel The Short Timers by Gustav Hasford, who served as a Marine in Vietnam from 1967 to 1968. The book was described by Walter Clemens of Newsweek magazine as the best work of fiction about the Vietnam War I have read. The extensive ruins at the Beacon Gas Works might be suitable to represent sections of the city of Hue, which, scratched out very heavily, just is badly damaged during the weeks of heavy fighting which followed the MVA Tet Offensive in 1968. My plans are not to complete, but I should, crossed out, replaced with my best, but my best guess at the moment is that I should, so that's literally just, punched in there. At the moment, is that I should shoot there sometime during the autumn/winter of 1984. I'm enclosing a map of the area from which you can see that it is well separated from any private housing. I am also sending along a few photographs of the way it looked a few months ago. My understanding is that demolition is being slowly carried out over the period of 3 or 4 years, so it shouldn't interfere very much with your timeline. I am, of course, ready to work out matters such as insurance, security fees, etc. Should we meet to discuss this, or might it be better if I first spend an hour or two on the site with one of your people who has a detailed plan of the place and is familiar with the demolition schedule? Yours sincerely, blank P.O. Box, Borhamwood, Hertfordshire. Then the extra notes say indent 8 spaces of, my god, it's just, I don't know what the hell any of this fucking shit is saying. WS also the spaces between each line at present not agreed. How come? So it just looks like behind the scenes stuff of them getting the rights to, like, the availability to film at a particular location, which is interesting. Whether or not it's relevant, it's just like an interesting kind of like behind the scenes thing. That's usually what they sometimes do. I think they did The Shining. It was a letter to Stanley Kubrick, or from Kubrick to Saul Bass, I think, in regards to the poster. And in regards to this poster, they actually came with the original theatrical poster. in an A4 spread, which is very nice. I might hang it up one day when I got my own place or whatever. I mean, as it is in terms of posters for Kubrick, I already have Clockwork Orange over there, which I think that's mine. I'm pretty sure I've got a bunch of posters there. Also got 2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm pretty sure Dad might own 2001. Yeah, and I own Clockwork Orange, because I'm pretty sure I bought Clockwork Orange. A few years back, there was a movie market where I got the Terminator 2 poster and Clockwork Orange posters for a pretty good price. So yeah, that is the Full Metal Jacket box set. I definitely prefer this over the Steelbook. I love Steelbooks, yes, but I'm happy to have had to bought this. I'm happy to have bought this instead of the Steelbook. This one just stands out more to me. And that's the Full Metal Jacket 4K UHD box set. So what did you think of that? Was it interesting? Did you like the look of it? Do you like the texture? It is a thick cardboard box, so it didn't have any damage coming in the mail. I don't even know if it's available anymore from Savvy, to be honest, but hey, there's at least my review. I think it's a good set. I think it's got some worthwhile memorabilia and stuff like that. Do I think it's Kubrick's best film? No, definitely not. I mean, I much prefer stuff like Barry Lyndon, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and The Shining. Nevertheless, I do think it's a very interesting film and a very well done film, and the 4K is exceptional. If you want to collect the regular 4K or the Steelbook, if it's still available, probably from Best Buy, then, you know, go to your local retailers. You know the jam. Nevertheless, it comes out the end of the month in October in Australia, so hopefully this video will be released around then, and you'll be able to get the standard edition 4K and Blu-ray. Again, no bonus special features, which is disappointing, but hey, at least you get a better looking version of the film. Not a better sounding version, I don't think, but it still sounds the same, I think. So yeah. Nevertheless, that's my video. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe for more. I will be unboxing my 2001: A Space Odyssey Titans of Cult Steelbook in the next video, or at least in the next video in relation to this stuff, because this might come out, and then in 3 days there might be a video that I've actually planned for the horror of Halloween month that we are of October. So that's a thing. Outside of that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Adios.